How's it going, folks, and welcome back to your final dose of Park to Prem to end the week. We kick things off today just before the intro rolls to look at Mr. Park to Prem. I've seen some comments asking, where is Jones? Where is Jones, Shaq? Well, I'll tell you where he is. He's playing for Scunthorpe. Poor bloke. Scunthorpe is the only place ever in kind of football where I have been properly patted down and searched before entering, which I don't know if I should take personally, considering apparently I look like a threat to Scunthorpe. But nevertheless, he's been on loan to them for the last 2 years. He has done okay in the National League. I mean, let's be honest, he's not really good enough for Crystal Palace. I felt like his story was done when he played a game for us, but you keep asking about him. So for the two people who keep asking, where is Jones? Scunthorpe. Yeah, probably is a fate worse than death, I will admit. So yes, gang, welcome back to Park to Prem. Today we've got a couple of big games in the league. We are taking on Man City, we are taking on Chelsea, and right now we're down in third place. Yeah, it's not been a great first half of the league season, really, has it? We have got a game in hand, which is this game against Man City. If we win it, we move up to second. Remember Manchester United when they hadn't won in 4 games? Yeah, they've lost 1 game since in that run of games. They've just, you know, gone mad is probably the best way to describe it. They're very, very good. I thought Jadon Sancho's legs had gone, and I guess they have gone slightly, but the 35-year-old hasn't got the memo. 6 assists and 11 goals, and he is single-handedly putting my job at risk right now, because if we just look at the club vision, C+, disappointed with the performance in the Premier League. The board are disappointed that the team is only on course to challenge for the Premier League. I mean, the expectations are very high here, aren't they? Now, in terms of matches since we last here, it's not exactly been plain sailing. Of course, a bit of a mix of results last time out. We beat Manchester United. We're the only team to beat them since those opening 4 games of the season where they didn't do very well. Since then, we did draw in the Champions League against Inter 0-0. Kind of glad I didn't come back for that game. People were asking for a triple header. I didn't think it'd be that interesting. It helped me feel like I made the right decision. And in fact, we ended our Champions League group stage with a draw against Bilbao, but we were already top of the group and guaranteed. I was going to say we were guaranteed to finish above Inter. Were we? Yeah, we were. Okay, we were guaranteed to finish above Inter. Still would have liked to have won that game. And to be fair, the 2 draws in the Champions League are bad. What's probably worse is the fact that we've actually lost games in the league since the Everton game. Now, you can see here, we kicked things off with a win against Southampton. We won 2-1. Good little performance. Then we lost 3-1 against Aston Villa. Pain. Can you hear the pain? Carlier sent off after 32 minutes, and that, to be honest, completely sabotaged the game for us. The match swung on that sending off. Prior to it, we were on top. We'd started well, and then we lost a man, which, funnily enough, makes football matches harder to win. Now, to be fair, after the Villa game, we took on Tottenham, who are a very, very good team in this universe. You know, they are a team competing towards the top. We hammered them 4-0. This was us of last season. It was like the old team were back. And to be fair, it was a good little team display. You can see here, Gurajaga picking up a brace, coming back from injury. Sanchez and Tullio with the goals as well. David Lind picking up an assist on off the bench. Unfortunately, any momentum we were building in the league with a 4-0 win was lost when we drew 2-2 against Watford. We were 2 goals up in this game at half-time. We were in cruise control. It was going amazing. Then they got 1 back, and then we gave away a penalty, and I was just left feeling sad. So, I mean, when you look at this form, it really has just been hit and miss lately. And with it all, the Premier League table, it's become very compressed. I mean, if we just look at the gap here, even including Arsenal in this in 9th, from Arsenal in 9th, who are on 27 points, to Everton in 2nd, the teams are separated by 7 points. It's crazy how close the league is. Now, yes, we do have a game in hand. We really need to win this game. If we lose it, we're going to drop behind Man City, and then things look bad. And then you might have noticed with the fixtures, it's a bit of a weird time of year for games. The plan today, I should say, we're going to do the Man City game. We're then going to go away and play Leicester and Manchester United in the EFL Cup off camera and come back for a game in 10 days' time against a Chelsea team in 6th. Right now, the league has to take a focus, because I feel like if we, I don't know, had a couple of bad results with how close the league is, maybe drop down as low as, say, 6th, I could get sacked. And then I don't know what we do with the rest of the series. Now, in terms of team news for today's game, things really aren't that good. We still have issues at left back. I mean, Chiric is on the bench. He can play 25 minutes, 30 minutes. can't really start him today. So it's going to be Vassalo who plays at left back, who has actually done a good job of kind of filling in there. Elsewhere, Horniak's got a little bit of an injury. He's had a few injuries throughout this year that have really limited his ability to play regular first-team football as a starter. As you can see, when he's played, he's done pretty well as well. Elsewhere, Miguel George is out currently with an injury. He's out for a few weeks, so that's another injury. Carlier is suspended. And yeah, the injuries haven't really eased up over the last month. In terms of the team we can actually play, here it is for you now. Obviously, a bit makeshift at left back. Linden at centre mid on attack. Panariello in the team as well. I just need a win today. I just need a win. This is the team that hopefully is going to do it. I feel like I'm a weird cocktail of emotions at the moment that have all just been shaken together. On the one hand, I'm a bit annoyed with the injury situation. On the other hand, players like Carlier have let us down recently, just getting sent off needlessly in games that we were winning and looked like we could do a really good job in. And then to kind of further compound the misery, there's this big question mark over, what if I did actually get sacked? I would love to know in the comments. This is actually a serious question. I'm not just fishing for engagement. If I do get sacked, what do I do? Do I go to FC United? Do we just say, that's the end of Park to Prem? Do I just try and dethrone Crystal Palace? I genuinely, I have no idea what I would do. I don't know. Let's hope we don't get sacked. Let's be positive. We've had some good early chances here as I've blabbered away. Not taking either of them, but it's a good start. We need a goal. We need a goal. Vassalo, who, I'm going to be honest, he must be sick of playing left back. Chiric and Adaramola are on their way, coming back, and while Claudio Sanchez is getting goals for us. He's got a couple lately. I haven't been playing him at left wing back just because I feel like he's very good at inside or rather inverted wing back for us. He just does a good job there. He can play it out on the left, but he just makes these little runs and just has the capability of finishing his chances. And I don't feel like I can move him. That could prove to be a very big goal. A win today and we're up to second. League table, please update. We're up to second. We're only 2 points behind Manchester United then. Maybe I start to panic a little bit less. I don't feel like this game's going to be that simple. It just hasn't been like that this year, though. I'm expecting something to happen. Go on, give me another injury. Give me a sending off. I'm ready, Football Manager. Hurt me. Or maybe just give me a goal. I mean, that would be nice, wouldn't it? Marcus Tulio can't win his header. Mesinovic is now going to win the ball for Manchester City. He might look to catch us on the counter-attack here. Turns his man, gives it back to Evans. Man City haven't started this game very well. They've actually been a team that for the last few years have continued to just change manager and invest more and more money. Man City are still one of the big spenders in this Premier League. I think this year they're not in European football, and so they've really had a focus on the league, and that's seen them maybe have a slightly better season than the last couple. But at the moment, we're on top, and while Gurajaga could score, should score, doesn't score. Pain stays 1-0. Okay, we're quickly approaching half-time. This has been the kind of dominant display I needed to see today. They have had one shot on target in the half. They've not had a great deal of opportunities. Gonna tell the players I'm happy. Probably should have told them I'm not happy because now, because of how Football Manager works, all the players are just going to play crap in the second half. Does anyone actually praise their team at 1-0 up? I feel like you just set yourself up for kind of, I don't know, to be FM'd. Like the players just all forget how to play football. It's like if you're winning 4-0 at halftime and then you tell the players you're happy and they just don't score any more goals in the second half. Okay, apparently Fontana's 1 yellow card away from a suspension. I should be bringing in Chibuk. You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm bringing in Chibuk. Elsewhere, see, I kind of want to give Horniak game time because when he plays well, but he keeps getting these little injuries. Gurajaga's had chances today. He's not taken. I'm going to take him off and I'm bringing in Heinz Winter, who you might have noticed from our recent games, still hasn't started scoring a load lately. Got us that goal in the Champions League final, and since then, nothing has happened. Kind of like, what's that thing called where, like, you know, when you make a wish, that's offside, that's not going to count, it's offside. You know when you make a wish on a monkey paw, it's like, I need Heinz Winter to score in the Champions League final, and the paw curls up, and my wish is kind of given to me, but for the next season, he's just not going to score any more goals. I'm convinced that's what happened. That's the only logical explanation for what's happened since the Champions League final to now. Also, actually, it was closer to being onside than I thought with the wing-back, but yeah, it was off. Zambergen, free kick, plays it forward. I mean, it's not great from Bjorn there, is it? Bjorn was such a hero for us last year. All the heroes of last year have just let me down. I feel like I'm turning bitter towards the team. I don't know. I think we all go through those phases in Football Manager, right, where the injuries are piling up and things just aren't going to plan. Maybe this is the beginning of like my villainous arc. This is how, when I get sacked, I'm just so angry with them. I feel like I have to overthrow the Crystal Palace team that I've built. There's 10 minutes left here. We're still a goal to the good, but the 1 goal scoreline, it just scares me. It just scares me. But maybe there's time here. Winter tries to play through Panariello, who's through, should score, does score. It's not the first goal he scored in a live com. I feel like for the last couple of videos, he's had chances like that and put it wide. That might be his first. Thank you very much for getting it there, though. Was it Heinz Winter with the assist as well? I think it was. I mean, can we give him the assist for that? I'm going to give him the assist for that, even if the game won't. We've made it 2-0. Everyone just calm down a little bit. I'll say that, and then instantly there's a corner the other way. It's back post. Evans' head's just over. Right, you know what? You know what? I'm demanding more. Getting shouty. We do not let this slip. Okay, 2-0 wasn't a super flashy win. Wasn't a really exciting game from a neutral point of view, but we got the goals. We kept a clean sheet. The team played quite well by all standards, and Sanchez at right back, 8.9, man of the match. My real concern here is that we're a little bit depleted with lots of players injured. We've got 3 more games, I think, in the next 10 days following on from this, including that game that's going to conclude this run of games against Chelsea. This is a tricky run of games. It's a rough run of games. We have got Leicester up next, who are currently in 23rd. I'd like to think that's a nice winnable game. We've got that. Then we've got United in the EFL Cup, which I'm not going to do. We've won this competition a few times. The quarterfinal, it's kind of big. I'm kind of sick of playing Manchester United in videos. So we'll hope, fingers crossed, that we come back and we've won that. And yeah, I'll see you guys in a mo for Chelsea, which, again, we really need to win this next game. So let's go and make it happen, shall we? Okay, folks, we are back to take on Chelsea. And I mean, when you look at this league table, it's kind of crazy how close it is. I noticed that after our previous match, that Liverpool had sacked their manager for the fact they were in 8th place. We are kind of reaching that point in the season where teams start to look around and decide if they need to get rid of their managers. So you can see here, kind of in the last 2 months, there's been quite a lot of people leave their respective positions. The Premier League is a big noodly mess of teams that are just moving around constantly. We're taking on Chelsea today. There is a possibility that, well, 3 or 4 teams could overtake us over this coming weekend of football. And well, Chelsea, who are taking on today, you can see only 4 points behind us in 6th. If they win today, they go 1 point behind us. Now, of course, there were 2 games that we played between the match that you've just seen and now. The first of these was against Leicester, away from home, a game that we should be winning in the Premier League, a game that we did win in the Premier League. Rotated things around for this one. Heinz Winter, finally back on the score sheet. I talked about the fact he'd had a curse put on him. You know, we'd made a wish on a monkey paw, it curled up, and now he couldn't score anymore. Maybe the curse had a timer on it, and it's starting to wear thin, because this guy, he should be phenomenal. I was looking earlier just at his overall improvement. You can see here since he joined the club. He is just getting better and better and better. So it's a bit of a relief that he got 2 in this game. He could have had a hat-trick, but the third one was ruled out. They did get a late equaliser, which is a tiny bit annoying. And most recently, EFL Cup quarter-final against Manchester United. I decided not to do this one on camera. The EFL Cup, if we go far in it, great. But to be honest, with what's at stake at the moment in the league, that kind of is my main focus. And I suppose the lineup that you see here, the rotation involved, kind of gives you an idea of the priority and where this was. To be honest, we were crap in the first half. If we look at the XG story here, we had a single shot in it. It really wasn't very good. We were offered a way back into the game when Gurajaga had a penalty in the 50th minute. And from there, we came on and we got stronger and stronger. And really, by the end of the game, I think we were the better team. You know what? I wasn't going to show it. I am going to show it. Horniak, a man who I criticised last year for not doing enough. This year, he has done a lot of stuff. But unfortunately, it's not really led to better results on the pitch than what we were perhaps expecting to get. This goal here was very nice, though. Into the top corner. He might not have been a match winner. He might not be a man single-handedly clawing the team through kind of matches this year. But he is improving. He's starting to perform, I feel like, to the attributes. He's starting to perform to the price tag we paid for him of 80 million. And you know what? I might start him today. And well, for this game against Chelsea, here is our team. Chiric, everyone. He's back. He's match fit, kind of. 45 minutes I've been told I should play him in. Adara Mola, not ready to play left back. So I think I'm going to start Chiric. I think I'm going to do it. And then if we need to, we can sub on Vassalo. Elsewhere in the team, George is still suffering quite a lot. To the point, actually, where I think we'll put Newton on the bench instead. So rather than go with Panariello, we're going to go with Horniak at centre mid on attack and see what he can do for us there. Looking at his performances this year, he really has been at his best playing as the centre attacking mid, but just with how we are right now, Maybe this makes the most sense. I've just had one idea, actually, which is that Carly A this year has not been good enough. He's not been doing very well. What if, this could be mad, what if I put Carly A in at centre mid on attack and Horniak at shadow striker? Is that too crazy? Has science gone too far? I don't think it has. This is the team I'm going to go with. A couple of risks here and there, doing some things a little bit different. If we beat Chelsea today, I'm going to be a lot more calm than I was when I was starting today's episode. Okay, this is a big one. As I said, if we lose this, there's suddenly the noodly mess. We're in the noodles. At the moment, we're kind of floating on top of everything, kind of at the top of the pile in the Premier League. I forgot, this is the Kit Clash Derby, everyone. Would it be too mad of an idea to go to 2D? We might do it. Should we do it? You know what? It's been a while. The 2D massive out there are currently shaking their fist going, get in there. It's the Kit Clash Derby, folks. The blue shorts is the issue. Why have Chelsea got blue shorts on? They should be wearing white shorts. It'd be so much simpler then. Anyway, we're going to play in 3D. Why? Not 3D, sorry, 2D. We've got 3D highlights on. You know what? I used to be a dots man back in the day. I'm just going back to my roots. Zambergen, Horniak, crosses it in. Gurajaga gets on the end of it. And Gurajaga, I'll tell you what, the man's been in some good form since he broke his ankle. I didn't know if that was going to be kind of a problem for him, kind of finding his groove. He has been pretty good. I will also acknowledge the fact that so far today, he's also missed some pretty good chances across the 2 games. Anyway, we've gone to a good start here, having the better of the chances, and there could be another one here. Chiric at the near side, the left back, bringing it down the byline, hooks it in towards the penalty spot. Gurajaga under it, difficult chance to kind of get on target, goes just over. Half an hour played, we're drawing 0-0. Man City have just gone top of the league. It's a disaster. I want to be at the top of the pile to end today's episode. It'd be a nice position to be in, given how we've started things. You can see, well, you might not be able to see, my head might be in the way. Man City have just taken the lead against Leeds United. We've got a chance here, though. Horniak through the middle, dispossessed it, fell to Zambergen. His effort just wide. I tell you what, we're having the chances. We just need to actually hit the target with them. Let's actually test their goalkeeper. Oh my gosh, they're through. This isn't very good. Oh my word. You know what? Becaccioli, I'm a big fan of you, mate. That's another fantastic stop by the goalkeeper. Not really talked about that enough, have we, this year? Ruiz and Kayondo done dirty. I brought in the Italian stallion. I'll tell you what, he's been very good in goal. I didn't think he'd justify the wages that we've given him, but he does kind of look like the world's best goalkeeper. You know, I'm actually noticing him in matches, and well, he's made one save at one, and now can we go up the other end and get a goal? Sadly not. Is there anything more satisfying in football than when a goalkeeper makes an amazing save and then you go up the other end and score? It's just you know, the twists and turns of emotions. I think about that year where Watford took on Leicester in the Championship playoff semi-final. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's one of the most famous clips in football. I appreciate some people aren't massive football fans. Just Google right now. Just go on YouTube, maybe in a new tab. You know, don't leave this video, of course. Just search Watford Leicester playoff semi-final. You'll find the clip. It's amazing. And, well, we very nearly, not in the same circumstances, but we nearly went from one end to the other and scored. As it stands, though, it is 0-0. I will say now, we've been way better in this game. Can we find a breakthrough? A corner wouldn't be a bad way to do it. Fontana going to mop up the pieces. To De Silva, whips it in on his left foot. Carlier back post, and suddenly, that decision to move him back to centre mid on attack makes me look like a genius. He's not been good this year, Carlier. I know last year he was a lot of people's favourite player. I did a viewer poll asking who people's kind of best player, favourite player was in the team. And Carlier was a popular option. He's been crap this year. Let's not sugarcoat it. But it's nice to see him score there. So you can see here how the league table looks. Manchester United aren't playing at the same time as everyone else. But yeah, it's ridiculously close in the league. And now Zambergen's picked up an injury. Oh, if that's a bad injury, I'm going to be upset, aren't I? Right, Winter in on the right-hand side. In fact, we'll swap him and Gurajaga around. I feel like Gurajaga is perhaps the go-to right winger in our team. When you look at him, he should be very good at it. Elsewhere, this injury has jogged my memory about the fact that Chiric probably shouldn't still be on the pitch. So I'm going to take him off. I was thinking about bringing in Vassalo. I'm actually instead going to bring in McIntosh to play right back and move Sanchez to left wing back, I think. I feel like that Zambergen injury has reminded me about Chiric. In the same way, you know, you might forget that you've left the oven on, or the washing's been left out on the washing line and it's raining. I've had that moment of realization where it's like I've forgotten something very important. I don't know what I would do if Chiric got another long-term injury. I'd cry quite a lot because the left-back issue it's been annoying for the last couple of months. I feel like, though, we are slowly getting over the hump now. This game today and the game against Man City, they've not been the most flashy, fancy results, but I do feel like we are slowly kind of getting to the level we were at for much of last season. And oh my word, Marco Antonio McIntosh, you beautiful man. A man who's been here since we were in the Championship. He's more of a squad player now. He's a bit of a clubman at the club, you know, someone you keep around, a bit like a James Milner, except he's a player who's not quite in his prime yet. The right back, the centre back, whatever position he plays in, he turns up, and today he's turned up inside the penalty area to double our lead. I love him. Another corner for us here. De Silva going to whip in the ball. Tullio can't get there. Gurajaga can get there. At the back post, the initial kind of cross, no one got on the end of it. It bounced across the penalty area, and Gurajaga just lurking away at the back post. Missed a few chances today. Did get a couple of goals in the games in between. Nice to see him get a goal on camera. Enjoy that, number 7. Drink it in. Also, we do still have one sub. Oh, could we do it again? Gurajaga, back post again? No, Tullio this time. Puts his header just over the bar. I am curious, actually. How do you guys feel about 2D? I feel like a few years ago, I made the switch from 3D to 2D in videos. And it was controversial. It was, you know what? Until Brexit came along, I thought it might be the most controversial thing that happened in my life. People weren't happy. I feel like, you know, we've, as a community, we've grown on, we've moved from it. Sometimes it's nice to go back to the 2D though, isn't it? Panariello, oh, he does a little dance. Can he finish it? No. That's the Panariello we know and love, isn't it? That's the Panariello I've come to see this year. Knew him scoring last match was too good to be true. The good news for us is, doesn't matter too much in the grand scheme of things. We're going to win this game 3-0. That was a very, very good team performance. They've got a guy called Gerrard who got a booking. Did we sign a guy called Gerrard for FC United? We did. Oh, wait, FC United gave him away for free and then he moved on for 30 million. I mean, they've not done very well there, have they, FC United, have they, if we're being honest? I've left them with this fantastic player worth millions. Did I sign him for free? I did. So he was one of the players who's generated as a free agent and they just gave him away. I mean, I'm annoyed with them now. That's, you know, that's taken the shine off today's win. I was in a really good mood. Now I just feel left down by FC United. They've not done good enough there. Also, they're 15th in the league at the moment, so not going amazing for them. You know what? That was a really, really big game for us. I think Manchester United are playing later on today, so we'll continue a little bit and see if they are playing. I think are they taking on Southampton? Oh, Zandbergen's out for 3 to 4 weeks. Should I just pretend I didn't see it? Leave to visit. We don't give people injections here. If you give your players injections in Football Manager, you are a nutter. I'm just throwing it out there. Tullio, you were great. What was I going to do? Oh, Manchester United. Are they playing? Are they playing? Are you playing? West Brom, they're playing. West Brom in 18th. West Brom, do us a favour. Manchester United, I think, did draw against Watford recently. Unfortunately, they have just beaten West Brom 2-0. So, they are back, breathing down our neck. And I mean, you can see here, there are 3 teams tied on 41 points. We do have a game in hand over Man City, but it is just stupendously close at the top. It's not very comfortable. I was kind of hoping this year would be a year where we run away the league table and it's all simple. But let's be honest, that just isn't going to happen this season, it feels like. Okay, some really good results today. I feel like we are slowly but surely getting our season back on track. I appreciate at the start of the year, I said, oh, we're going to get through the league season fairly quickly, at least the first half of it, and really focus on the Champions League this year. Then the bottling started to happen. I thought this season was going to be way more simpler than it's ended up being. I mean, that's a testament, I think, to maybe our lack of squad depth in certain areas, but also just how good some of these other teams are. The Premier League is just fiercely competitive. I think it's making the videos entertaining, but for people who just want to see me get to the year 2040, apologies. I feel like you have to see all the twists and turns as they happen. I mean, I did start today's episode saying, what would happen if I got sacked? I'd love to know your thoughts on what you would do in my situation, what you'd like to see me do, I suppose, with regards to this series if we get sacked. I mean, at the moment, things are fine. Look, satisfied, C+. It's not filling me with confidence, I'll be honest with you. But maybe, just maybe, this recent run of form, these little wins we've strung together are a sign of things to come. Looking slightly further ahead, the transfer window is going to be opening in January. In the EFL Cup semi-finals, we've been drawn against Arsenal. Like I've said already, this year the EFL Cup really isn't top of my priorities. However, we have got the Champions League knockout games. We have been drawn against Juventus in this universe. Not a bad team, not an amazing team. They're currently struggling down in 6th in Serie A. You can see here they've got 29 points in 18, so really not going that strong, but They are going to be tricky opposition. Looking ahead to the next couple of episodes, I noticed that we do take on Man City just before we take on Juventus. And then the second leg against Juventus is followed by a game against Manchester United. Now, given that both Manchester United and Man City are two of our big rivals at the top, that feels fairly logical for the games to come back to start next week. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I feel like there's a bit of chaotic energy at the start. It's just been a bit bonkers, this recent run of games. I feel like I'm fatigued. I feel like I need a rest. The good news for me is it's the weekend now. So, yeah, you can have a rest. You can come back for Park to Prem on Monday. I can go away for a couple of days and take my time playing through the January transfer window. We don't have a load of money to spend, but I might still try and make a signing or two happen. I did make a request for the board to increase the wage budget, which they actually did. One thing I totally forgot to mention, actually, De Silva just signed a new contract. So happy days for our team leader. We've given him a wage rise. He signed an extra year on the end of his contract. That's some good news. In fact, maybe that's the thing that's made today go better. Maybe if you just give your captain more money, the rest of the players are inspired to play for you. Or maybe it's just coincidence. It's probably the latter. If you have enjoyed today's video, do drop a like on it. As always, I'll see you guys on Monday for more. And until then, it is me, Jack, and I'll see you on the next one. I'm out.